Hello, and welcome back to Home Alone with Adam Yeager. You may not be aware of this, but Scream 6 is hitting theaters 1 month from now. So, in the spirit of everything, I decided that I would tell you 6 things that I'm hoping will happen in Scream 6. Do you see what I did there? 6. Scream 6. You gotta do it. You gotta do it. Everyone's doing 5 that they're hoping to see and looking forward to seeing. You gotta do 6. So what's one more, okay? That's just how it goes. And afterwards I will be telling you guys one thing I hope does not show up in Scream 6, which if you've been reading a lot of rumors and watching a lot of theories, you probably can guess what it is, but if you don't know, watch the video and you'll find out. Before we begin, I am so excited for this movie. I am super excited to see it in theaters. I plan on seeing it with my brother. I cannot wait. And Kirby coming back, everything about it. The poster looks amazing. The trailer looks amazing. I'm just super excited for Scream 6. The first thing that I'm hoping happens, it's the main thing I'm hoping happens, is that I'm hoping that Kirby Reed has a bigger part in this movie than what they're showing in the trailer. I'm actually hoping that she'll just take on the mantle from Neve Campbell and just be the face of Scream, because, I mean, we've seen Neve Campbell do it, and we want a new face, and Scream is all about traumatic past, and with Kirby, we know her story enough, and so we don't have to relive it. We've already seen it. We've seen Scream 4, so we don't have to actually go back in time or anything like that. We have her story, and now we can build off of that, and there's just so many characters you could pick off of from Scream 4 that she could possibly be haunted by in the end. And so I would love to see Kirby just take the mantle from Sydney and just be the new face of the Scream franchise. The second thing that I'm hoping happens in Scream 6 is that Samara Weaving, I know I'm probably saying her name wrong, has a bigger part than what they're showing in the trailer as well. It looks like from the trailers that she's probably our opening kill, and Samara Weaving, if you've seen Ready or Not or anything else that she is in, she is an amazing actress, and I would love for her to have a big part and to show why she's a fucking boss. And if Kirby's not going to take the mantle, I wouldn't mind Samara Weaving taking over the mantle, because she's amazing. She's just amazing, and I'm super excited. When they casted her, even when they were starting the 5th one, I thought she was going to be in it, and I was a little disappointed that she wasn't, but I am super happy that she's in this one, but I hope they do not kill her off early on. I wouldn't even mind if she's a small part in this one, and then they just have her for another one, but just don't kill her off. She's a great actress, and you need someone like this for your franchise, and I just love her. So I'm hoping that she has a bigger part and she's not the opening kill. The third thing I'm hoping happens in Scream 6 is I'm hoping that Mindy and Kirby have a scene together. And not just a scene. I'm hoping that they have multiple scenes together. I'm hoping that those two, honestly, I wouldn't mind those two just being lovers. They are both, in a weird way, the same. I fell in love with Kirby right when I met her in Scream 4, and I fell in love with Mindy the same way. And they're both very big horror movie nuts. Now, they don't have to date, but I would love to see them actually have more than just one scene together. And actually, I'm hoping, really hoping, that those two will have a phone call. And they will have to answer so many questions. And between the two of them, it's going to be a fucking awesome scene. It is going to be a scene that we will love to see, because you always see one person doing all of the answers. Why not have two people answering it? And who better to team up together than Mindy and Kirby together? I'm just so excited, and I'm hoping that those two will have more than just one ensemble scene together. I'm hoping that those two will bond and connect, and I'm so down for it. I wouldn't mind those two just taking the mantle. Those two together, oh my god, they'd be a great match. Oh my god, they're just so good. And to have them together in a scene, amazing. It just writes itself. They're fighting Ghostface and answering all the questions together. Think about it. It would be amazing. Now, for the fourth thing I am hoping that happens in Scream 6, this one's a little bit complicated. So, I really feel there needs to be a lot more at stake in this one. I'm hoping that there's a lot more at stake. I'm hoping that there's a lot more of a thrill, suspense. I'm hoping that we're at the edge of our seat on every death scene. Because, I mean, I know a lot of us aren't a big fan of this, and it's an okay show. The Scream series, there were moments, especially in the first season, where there was conflicts. You didn't know who's going to make it out, and there was a thrill to it. I don't remember, particularly in season 1, there's, the main girl has to choose between two of her friends, who's going to die. And it was so interesting, and it kept us thrilling to wonder what's going to happen to one or the other and how this is going to play out. And I think if you add more conflict and add more suspense and thrill to this series, it would be cool. It would be an actual scary movie. And I'm hoping that there will be moments where we're at the edge of our seats wondering, how would we have done this scene? And how would we have reacted to this? And I'm hoping that everyone is afraid in it, and it makes you as an audience member feel afraid. I'm hoping that the stakes are really extremely high for this one. I know a lot of you did not want the show as an example, but it was just that one scene that came into my head, and when I was thinking about this movie and wondering what would be great in this movie, I thought of that scene particularly, and that's the only scene I really think about when I think of that show, is that moment in that show. But I think if we did it like that, it'd be fun. So, again, the show's not great. Don't follow the show. Don't take off of that. But I would take a few things that did work in the show and put it into the movies as well. That would be cool. The fifth thing that I'm hoping to see in Scream 6 is I'm hoping to see a lot more scenes between Chad and Mindy. Those two, in my opinion, stole the whole movie in the fifth one, that it was so great to watch them, and I personally feel like I would love to see more of them. I think it would be cool to see those two together, and actually I wouldn't mind having them be chased by Ghostface together, just to see those two, and because they just work well off of each other, as well as they're their own characters, and I was happy that they didn't die off, and I'm happy that they're going to be in the next one. And so, if you're going to kill off one or the other, or both, at least give them a great scene to be like, they were amazing. Like, this is an amazing duo. You have the talent, you might as well just utilize them. The sixth thing that I'm hoping happens in Scream 6 is I want to see a lot of Gale. I feel when I was watching Scream 5, I honestly wouldn't have minded if Gale or Sydney came back, because they had a nice little send-off of, good luck, you're going to be fine eventually, and to have them just right off into the sunset, and that's it. And then just have the newer characters take on the story, so that way we don't have to think, oh god, they're always going to be haunted and hunted, and it just wasn't going to work. So when I heard Gale was going to be in this, honestly, the first thing that I thought of is, if you're going to have her be in this, you gotta throw Gale in. You have to make it a Gale movie. You have to. If you're going to bring back a legacy character and probably, maybe kill her off, who knows, throw her in, show her how much of a boss she really is. Like, when I first heard that she was coming back, I forgot how good of an actress Courtney Cox was, until I saw her do that clip where she's like, oh, I'm done shooting the movie, and then she sees Ghostface and everything. Her acting in that, I forgot how well she can act. I think one of the things that made Scream 2 work was Courtney Cox and her acting in it, and especially that scene where she's being chased by Ghostface in the school, and she's trying to be quiet while he's trying to be quiet. It just was so good, and I would love to see Gale just blow our minds when she's being chased, when she's hunting him down, when he is hunting her down. I just want to see Courtney Cox be the Gale Weathers we know and we love, as well as being the bitch, as well as being the one being chased. Everything about her, I'm so ready to bring Gale. If you're gonna bring Gale in, show why she's a fucking boss. Just show it. Just show us why Courtney Cox keeps coming back as Gale. Show us why everyone loves Gale. And I think if you do that and don't fuck up the character, whether she lives or she dies, it'll be fantastic to see Courtney Cox bring back this iconic character. And I'm all for it. So I'm hoping that Courtney Cox is not being wasted in this movie and they do something amazing with Gale. So those are the 6 things that I am so excited for. I'm mainly just excited, like all of us are, for Kirby to come back. Kirby coming back is just the number one thing that I'm excited for. I'm hoping that her and Mindy have a scene together. I'm hoping that those two kick Ghostface's butt when it comes to trivia, because those two together, it would be, why would you not have those two do a scene like that together? It would just make no sense to have two of the horror movie fanatics not be trivia together. Like, come on, you know you want this to happen. And I'm excited to see what they do with Gale. I was a little bit disappointed with her in the trailer and how she wasted all of her bullets on a door. She's been doing this for so long. It's like, why? Why would you waste it on... There's got to be more to that scene that we're just not seeing. So these are the 6 things that I'm hoping to see in Scream 6. Please comment down below what your 6 things are that you're hoping to see in Scream 6, because I am just super excited to share this with anybody that wants to talk about it. Now, I've told you the things that I'm hoping for. The one thing that I am not hoping for, and I know a lot of you will be upset, and please don't be too upset with me because I'm actually not one of the writers, so I have no power whether they do this or not. I'm open-minded. If they can show me, wow, I didn't think that you could do this. But if they can pull it off, great. But I don't think so, because here's the thing. I don't want to see in Scream 6, I don't want to see Stu Macher come back. I want Stu Macher to be dead. Forever. Stu Macher, dead. He has been stabbed too many times. He had a TV fall on him. He was electrocuted. And I'm just going to throw in your argument that you may be having right now. And you may want to comment down below on what you think and what you don't think and everything that you want to tell me, because you hate that I'm telling you your dreams and hopes, or I just don't want to see them. The one argument that everyone has about Stu Macher coming back is, if you're going to bring back Kirby, then you could bring back Stu Macher. Let me tell you. Kirby Reed was stabbed twice. 1.5 times, technically, if you want to be technical. He stabbed it in, and he kind of took it out, and then he did it again. In the Scream franchise, that's like a paper cut, okay? Alright? There are so many people that have been stabbed over and over in different places, and they live. She was stabbed in the gut twice. In the same spot. Okay? Okay? He was worse than she was. Then the argument of Jill, okay, and that she was electrocuted, so he can be electrocuted. Okay, they have not mentioned him at all. He has not been mentioned at all. Scream 1, they end with everybody going in and finding all the bodies and stuff. If he really did live, they would have been like, we got a live one, or he disappeared, but then that means that he had to physically get up and walk out of the house with no one seeing him. If you bring back Stu Macher, then that means that the door is open for anybody else to come back. And then it makes it just ridiculous, okay? You might as well just say, oh, well, Randy didn't actually die, or Jill didn't actually die, or, Charlie didn't die, or, you know who the real mastermind is? It's not Stu Macher. If you're able to bring him back, you might as well just have the mastermind be Cece. Sarah Michelle Gellar, she's probably available, and you know what? Who better? Then you can be like, you know what? Ghostface pushed her off a 3-story sorority house. And she got up, and no one was there to help her, so she decided to take revenge. So she followed Sydney, and she didn't actually die from that fall. She lived, and she's coming after you. Just look into her eyes, and you will see that the real mastermind is Cece. See how ridiculous this becomes? If you bring back Stu Macher, then you might as well just bring back anybody from the franchise because clearly no one can die. You might as well just bring back Dewey. And then that way we have Dewey back again because clearly there's no dying. Stu Macher, I'm hoping, is dead. That's the point I'm trying to make out of this. And I know all of you are probably upset that I'm saying this, but I think it's time to move on. I think it's time to do a whole new thing. You're talking about a franchise that's had a requel, as we put it in the fifth one, where it's not so much of a reboot, but it's not so much of a sequel. You're telling the story to young and older audiences that some may have never heard of this and some have, and to bring in Stu Macher, it's like just going all the way back. All I'm picturing in my head is previously on Scream. No, that's not how this is gonna go. Like, he's dead. Move on. That's it. That's all I got for you. So those are my arguments, and those are the reasonings why I don't want Stu Macher back. Because if you bring it back, I'm all for Cece coming back. That bitch, she did not die. She did not fall off that balcony. She lived. So I hope you liked this video. I'm hoping that you're as excited as I am about Scream 6 coming out. I'm just super excited. And, you know, like, if you guys agreed with what I'm hoping for and what I don't want to see, great. Comment down below. If you guys did not like anything I said, or you did not agree with anything I said, or some of the things, please comment down below of what you did not like, and I would love to hear you guys' thoughts and what you're excited for and what you don't want to happen in Scream 6. Please comment down below, like this video, and subscribe to my channel. I hope to see you guys soon, and if I don't see you guys again for another video, then you know what? Have fun watching Scream, and I hope that you enjoyed as much as I think I'm going to enjoy. So, let's just go into this, have fun, and enjoy. So, thank you guys for watching Home Alone with Adam Yeager. I am Adam Yeager, and I hope to see you guys next time.